recently there's been theories claiming that celebrities are secretly being cloned and replaced. And these theories have been around for a very long time, claiming most
circles propose that his wife, Kesha, is not merely a spouse, but rather an individual appointed to oversee and manage his behavior post-release. For years, enthusiasts of conspiracy theories have pointed to inconsistencies in Gucci Mane's life trajectory, and recent developments seem to validate some of their long-held suspicions. Both Nicki Minaj and Gucci Mane's former partner have previously attempted to highlight these issues, only to face severe backlash and dismissal from the public. However, with fresh revelations surfacing about Gucci Mane, people are now reevaluating Nicki Minaj's earlier statements and concluding that she may have been accurate in her assessments all along. The origins of the cloning rumors trace back to 2013, a period marked by Gucci Mane's highly publicized meltdown on social media. During this episode, he unleashed a barrage of tweets targeting multiple individuals in the music industry. He asserted that he had been intimate with Nicki Minaj and Blac Chyna, accusations that shocked many given the lack of prior evidence or context. Additionally, he publicly severed ties with Waka Flocka Flame, expelling him from the Brick Squad collective and labeling him a traitor. He further alleged that Yo Gotti was infiltrating his inner circle as a spy. It was evident to onlookers that Gucci Mane was under the influence of substances during this outburst, which amplified the chaos and drew widespread attention. Shortly thereafter, his erratic behavior escalated into real-world consequences. Reports emerged of him engaging in road rage incidents, where he threatened other drivers and displayed aggressive tendencies. This led to a confrontation with law enforcement. He resisted detention and even attempted to assault the officers involved. Upon searching him, authorities discovered a firearm and illicit drugs in his possession. This arrest was not an isolated incident, as merely months earlier, he had been detained for a violent altercation in a nightclub. In that event, he allegedly struck a patron over the head with a champagne bottle, inflicting grave injuries that required medical attention. Gucci Mane's actions at the time painted a picture of someone spiraling out of control, necessitating intervention to prevent further harm to himself or others. Consequently, he was handed a 3-year prison sentence, though he served only 2 years due to exemplary conduct while incarcerated. During his time behind bars, he received treatment for his addictions and, for the first time, publicly acknowledged his struggles. In a series of apologetic tweets composed from within the facility, he expressed deep remorse for his past actions. He described waking up in a hospital bed feeling embarrassed and ashamed upon reflecting on his behavior. He extended apologies to his family, friends, the music industry, and especially his supporters. He confessed to a decade-long dependency on lean concoction involving codeine and promethazine, admitting that it had devastated his life and impaired his memory of various events. Despite having no excuses for his conduct, he committed to seeking rehabilitation upon his release and thanked those who had remained supportive amid the turmoil, urging them to keep him in their thoughts and prayers. This period of introspection and therapy appeared to mark a turning point, as Gucci Mane focused on self-improvement. Upon his release, the transformation was stark and immediately noticeable. Previously carrying excess weight and exhibiting signs of poor health, he emerged lean, muscular, and invigorated. His speech patterns seemed more refined and articulate compared to his pre-incarceration demeanor. To many, this change was too profound to attribute solely to diet, exercise, and sobriety. It fueled suspicions that something more sinister had occurred. Speculation arose that the individual now presenting himself as Gucci Mane was not the original, but a duplicate created through advanced means. These theories gained traction with claims that Gucci Mane had actually perished while in custody and been replaced to maintain his public persona and career. Allegedly, these assertions originated from fellow inmates who had shared time with him and observed discrepancies. The rumors intensified when another rapper, Hopsin, took to Instagram to declare himself as the clone of Gucci Mane. Prior to this confession, fans had already noted physical and stylistic similarities between Hopsin and the post-prison Gucci Mane, but few anticipated such a direct admission. Hopsin recounted being contacted by unidentified agents who issued threats against his loved ones unless he complied with their demands. He described being led into a sterile, all-white room where a door revealed a bodysuit resembling Gucci Mane's physique. Reluctantly, he agreed to participate in the cover-up, ostensibly to conceal the real Gucci Mane's demise. The allegations did not cease with Hobson's statements. Gucci Mane's ex-girlfriend, known as Mac Brazy, further amplified the claims during an Instagram live session. She asserted unequivocally that the original Gucci Mane had been killed in prison and subsequently cloned. Upon encountering him after his release, she insisted he bore no resemblance to the man she had known intimately. When she confronted Kesha about these observations, Kesha allegedly dismissed her concerns as fabrications. In a bold move, Mac Brazy released a diss track just 2 weeks prior to these discussions, directly accusing Kesha of concealing the truth and acting as a controller for the imposter. In the track, she questioned the authenticity of the current Gucci Mane, emphasizing that true acquaintances from his early life would immediately recognize the fraud. She reminisced about her last genuine interaction with him at Patchwork Studio in 2010, alongside other associates, and lamented the absence of the real person's essence in the present figure. Gucci Mane himself eventually responded to the swirling conspiracy theories in an interview setting. He framed his evolution as a natural progression rather than a replacement. He spoke of personal growth, shedding outdated habits, and embracing a healthier lifestyle. He expressed affection for his past self, his current state, and the individual he aspired to become. He credited deliberate efforts to lose weight, prioritize self-care, alter his mindset, surroundings, and associations that no longer served him positively. He acknowledged the skepticism surrounding his dramatic change, but affirmed his belief in its authenticity as a genuine transformation. The situation escalated when Nicki Minaj entered the fray, prompted by comments made by Kesha during a joint appearance with Gucci Mane on the Breakfast Club radio show. Kesha claimed that Nicki Minaj had failed to acknowledge Gucci Mane's contributions to her career success. Nicki Minaj, who had previously credited him on multiple occasions, refuted this vehemently. She took to, "The tone of Nicki Minaj's statements implies insider knowledge of hidden industry practices, leaving observers anticipating further disclosures." Commentators express worry for her well-being, given the sensitive nature of the information she is divulging, which purportedly challenges the status quo maintained by elite powers. Online discussions highlight supporting points, such as the clone's avoidance of Gucci Mane's long-standing family and friends, who would purportedly detect the impersonation instantly. Others note instances where Kesha appears to guide his responses in interviews, reinforcing the handler narrative. Additional layers include unverified reports of a prison confidant who initially leaked the death story, subsequently meeting an untimely end, adding to the aura of cover-up, of individual interpretation. But the narrative continues to captivate and divide audiences, prompting ongoing scrutiny of celebrity transformations and the forces allegedly shaping them. As more voices contribute to the conversation, the full picture may evolve. But for now, the mystery surrounding Gucci Mane's post-prison identity endures as a focal point in modern conspiracy lore.